The thing in the hallway. I awoke from a deep sleep. It was around 3 a.m. This was not the first time I had woken up like that at this time. My last visit to the doctor revealed that I was pre-diabetic. As you can imagine, this changed a lot for me. Among other things, I was up a lot having to use the washroom. This night was no different. Or so I thought. The pressure in my bladder was intense, and I rose with a sense of urgency. I made my way down the side of the bed, careful not to wake my wife. It was quiet and dark in the basement suite. A mild dampness filled the air. This was around 2020 during the pandemic. Everything was so expensive, and my wife and I decided that we would be better off with the lower rent. It was early November, and the streets were very dark. Darker than usual, I would say. It was just her and I and our 2 young children. During the day I would operate the crane, and my wife would take care of the day-to-day. And the kids. As I felt my way through the dark bedroom, I made it to the door. I slowly opened the door to not make any noise. The hallway was dark and lit only by a small light in the living room at the end of the hall. Just to the right of my bedroom is our washroom. The good thing about being in the basement is not having to worry about creaking floors. I reached the washroom and quietly opened the door. Finally, I was there. A slight panic had come over me due to the pressure buildup in my bladder. I was glad I made it. I quietly washed my hands and started back to the hallway. As I turned off the light in the bathroom, something caught my attention. I looked to my right to see a tall, skinny silhouette of something. It was just standing there staring at me. In the dull glow of the backlit light from the living room, I could make out a greenish tint. Its arms were abnormally long, and it seemed to have claws. It had a slight hunch in its back and a short chest, but a long abdomen. It was slightly bent over. I would say around 9 feet tall. As I stared at it, I had a wash of fear come over me. I could feel the heat on my face. It looked so deadly, and for a moment I was paralyzed. Suddenly I thought of my kids, and in an instant, I was down that hallway and had tackled the beast to the floor. Its claws dug deep into my back as it ripped into me. I woke up in a sweat. It was just a dream. But it was so real. I never saw the thing again. But to this day, I still get chills going to the washroom at night.